may wonder why a man or woman would inflict pain on those they love. Could it be that they don't love them anymore?
No, he's not supposed to beat me. If he really loves me, he's supposed to show it in the way that he cares for me. Beating me won't really show that he loves me.
In some cultures, it is part of tradition. To
my side, I think it isn't necessary fighting or beating your wife, trying to harass her whenever she's wrong. All I believe in is communication, because when you communicate, everything can go on well.
Gender-based violence is actually a crime against humanity.
This gender-based violence is a crime against an individual.
Gender-based violence encompasses a large variety of crimes committed.
Physical abuse. And in physical abuse, this is a situation where a person suffers injury to the body.
Crimes committed like rape, sexual harassment, stalking, human trafficking, domestic abuse, genital mutilation, and forced prostitution, all based on one's gender.
My relatives come and get all my property without sharing it, but with the children I live, as well as my spouse. So that is depriving a beneficiary. Those are the beneficiaries, family members. We also have insulting language, we also have assault cases, we have child neglect, we have child desertion, we have abduction of girls below the age of 16, we have incest, where you have sexual carnal knowledge with the members of the immediate family.
If the two are fighting, you can see the screaming of the children. It is very sad. So much so that if it is the order of the day, where parents do that, fight each other, the effect on the children is much huge. So much so that even if they grow up in the same manner, very violent too.
To curb this vice, these and future generations will need to be sensitized well enough, especially through school curriculum, church, as well as cultural and traditional norms.
Talk about it every day. Talk about it with friends, talk about it with relatives, with the children, in the church. Talk about it. Let the people know. They should not only know about it when they've committed a crime, they should know about it even where the situation is okay. They should know what gender-based violence is and what the repercussions are for gender-based violence.
Like most countries in the world, Zambia is a victim of this vice, as more cases are recorded and even witnessed on social media almost on a daily basis. Indeed, constant sensitization can be one of the most effective ways to curb this vice. GBV has potential to hinder development, as people who suffer from it may not be fit to contribute to development either in the home or community. One day after being paid, I went home, found my wife and gave her the money. Then I left for church. When I came back home, I only found the kids alone at home crying. I asked my firstborn daughter, Nachi, where her mother had gone. She told me she went to buy a candle. So I decided to go and check on her since she took too long. Along the way, I asked somebody if they had seen her, and I was told to go and check for her in a bar where they had seen her going.
So,
immediately I stepped into the bar. There she was with two men. So I asked her why she decided to leave the kids alone at home and opted on going to drink alcohol in a bar. One of the two men responded instead and told me that the kid you are talking about is mine.
Na chimwana obe kanshinga na alishiba chimwana obe turi omusende achao orawo nurira mwana wanje abakashiba nyine pakubeka tapakubo.
I tried to grab my wife by the hand so that we could leave, but she hit me in the face with a bottle.
Yana pona babutuka baraba rumindo fubashiri ambo kumpanta kunguma kanshikura kwina bakashibanje kubutuka babutuka kuyasenda n'omwana kumanda kulya nshibasha barengo kubanya kusenda n'omwana nakachinja kandara makashiripo efyo babutuka.
We have all said and done things we are not proud of in relationships. But domestic violence is just the extreme extension of that. Some people driven to distress by things such as unemployment, substance abuse, or mental illness are unable to control their anger and usually takes it out on those close to them. We live in different homes. We experience different situations. But the best way to end an argument is to sit down and talk about it. Children tend to copy the behavior of their parents. Boys learn from their fathers to be violent to women. Girls learn from their mothers that violence is to be expected.
This woman comes and says, no, I think I'm tired. She goes to bed without even preparing food for the husband. Or for it. Tells the maid, if there's anyone relative, can you prepare food for them, for Miss Mashikam Panda? That man won't pick it up, won't get it. He starts suspecting something. And any simple mistake will spark the fight, and the fight will end up in killing the wife. So, these two well-to-do people is because of along the way, they've developed their different ways of behaving. Either the man becomes, even the woman becomes her own boss. When she comes, because everybody's driving, she will come from the kitchen party to some other places. She comes home about what time? Maybe the husband is at home. What do you think?
I think when two people are getting married, I think it's not really like they used to do it a long time ago, where both a man and a woman will be put together to be taught more fine. Like nowadays, they are concentrating much on a woman. Like they're teaching a woman more than a man. You see, so it's a thing where people get into marriage with different minds. So it would be better before two people get married, they are first taught together, like they put muma from the one sababidi, like together. I think as they enter in marriage, they have the same mind, and conflicts will be reduced that way, because they will use the techniques that they were taught muma fonde to resolve their issues.
We don't put God first in our marriages. Then trust the whoever. We are not faithful to each other, because if we are faithful to each other, we put God first. Whatever problem we tackle, we ask God His guidance. When we have any problem, we kneel down, we pray, and then we reconcile. Because when we reconcile, we can't end up killing each other.
Of course, when we receive a report of gender-based violence, it could be defilement, it could be rape, it could be assault on a child. We open up a docket. Remember, a docket is a complete record of all police investigations. Okay? So when we've opened up that docket, if there's need, we also provide the victim or the client, in this case, with a medical report form so that they can go to the hospital or the nearest health center, so that there they can be medically examined by a qualified doctor. And once that medical form is signed, it is brought back to the police, and thereafter we process the case to court, so that that person, the one who was defiled or the one who was assaulted or the one who was raped, can appear before court for that specified offense.
The people, like the institutions that are there, the media, and other organs that talk about love, intensify this exercise.
Furthermore, children tend to suffer from post-traumatic stress disorder, which is a mental health condition that can be triggered by terrifying events.
As discussed throughout the program, GBV can only be eradicated by speaking strongly against it in all corners of society.
Let us appreciate our culture. Let us appreciate our ancestors' culture. We don't need the upper life. Those are not our relatives. We are Africans, and we'll always be our Africans. We're not Americans. Are we Americans? No, we're not. So let us appreciate our culture. Thank you. Thank you. Can you cut now?